Just brought Jeffrey out to the McDonald's for some chicken nuggets. We went through the drive-thru. They tell us every single time that I order a 4-piece and they say the 6-piece nugget is on sale. And I say my dog can only eat 4. Can you charge me for 6 and put 4 in the box? And they screw it up every time. Like, okay, so I said that routinely thing I do. And they know me. So I said, you know, can you put 4 in the box? So we opened the box. And there were 7 in there. And not only can he just not eat 4, but if I give him the other ones, he will, like, hide them someplace in the car. Or if I'm at home, he will hide them in the house. And that's not good. So, literally, he can only eat 4. He's only 4 pounds. Right? Okay, you go sit down. And say hi to the peoples. And then go sit down. Okay, he has his own seat. So, I haven't really been able to make a second video because everything that I had on my mind to discuss was of a negative nature. And I didn't want to bring that to this space. Excuse me. I do have a little bit of a cold. Just a cold. I have some runny nose-ish issues, some sneezing when I first wake up in the morning to clear all that out, I guess, and little post-nasal drip causing me to clear my throat a little. Excuse me. But no cough, no tightness, no temperature or anything like that. So, but I have been social distancing. I only leave the house when I need to get some groceries, which I need to do today. And yesterday I had to take my car to get looked at, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, I'm going to discuss this situation, which looks better from this angle, by the way. I'm going to go to the Wayback Machine and go all the way back to when I was a kid, and I was so thin and so scrawny that you know, they thought I was anorexic at one point, and so I used to have to drink that Ensure, you know, the stuff that old people drink to help keep their bones strong and whatever. So I used to have to drink that in between meals, but I ate a lot and loved ice cream, would eat a whole half-gallon in a sitting. So it was just the way my metabolism worked. And then I had a hysterectomy at age 24, and I was put on hormone replacement medication and continued to have the same physical frame, I guess is the phrase. And the only thing that changed is that during the 10 years that I was on hormone replacement therapy, I had no mental illness issues for the first time really in my lifetime. You know, there were no bipolar episodes, there was no depression, there was no anxiety. Happiest 10 years of my life. I was like normal. At one point even asked my husband, why did you stay with me? And he said, I hoped you'd get better. Turns out I was a beard. Who knew? Anyway, so after 10 years, at that time, which is 2004, we're talking now, 2004, the medical community believed that after 10 years on hormone replacement therapy, it was to the patient's best interest to stop because there could be cancer risks involved after that. So the decision to stop the medication was made like that. It was not done on a tapering down scale. It was just stop, you're done, that's it, no more pills for you. And I gained 60 pounds within about 4 months, which was frightening frightening to me because I'm only 4'11", so let's just put that there. That needs to be said because the amount of weight is extremely important to the fact of the size of my frame. I am a teeny tiny human, and adding all that extra weight in every extra, you know, look at these little hands, little sausage finger hands. I'm a small person. So, excuse me. So, I would walk past a window and my reflection would scare me because I would think that someone was in my house. I did not recognize myself. That's not like, damn, I didn't even, you know, I look so different I didn't recognize myself. I did not know that I was looking at myself. I would pass a mirror, same heart attack would happen. I would not know I was looking at myself. It happened so fast. At the same time, every single mental issue I ever had came back at lightning speed, and I had a complete breakdown. Started with leaving my job because I just couldn't go anymore. I couldn't leave my house, and ended up having years and years and years of medication and this and that, and then I ended up having shock treatments, which I had 3 courses of shock treatments, which is 7 treatments in each round, so that's like 21. I only did 20 because after the 20th treatment, I couldn't remember my name. And then I couldn't remember how old I was and couldn't figure out how to find out how old I was without asking somebody. And I was ashamed to ask somebody because I didn't want people to know I was that bad. My family, meaning I didn't want my children to know, who were just beginning to, you know, graduate high school and go into college. And I didn't want them to know I was that bad. So I went on Alzheimer's medication, and over the years it's gotten much better, but I still have massive difficulties with my memory and sometimes difficulty talking because I forget words and I can't move forward in a sentence until I can figure out what that word was supposed to be. And all the help in the world that everybody tries to give me to help me, like, finish the sentence only makes it worse. I appreciate, I know people are trying to be helpful, but it adds to the pressure I'm feeling in that moment, the shame that I'm feeling in the fact that I can't remember the stupid name for phone, you know, like it's just, you know, anyway. Okay. So now here we are years later, and they decide that hormone replacement therapy is no longer, well, I'm going to say it differently. The risks no longer outweigh the benefits in their eyes. They now think that being on the therapy longer is more beneficial and less risky than they had originally thought. So I was sent to an endocrinologist to get put back on estrogen. He put me on estrogen, low dose. I went back a few months. He increased the dose. I went back a few months. He added testosterone, which, you know, I thought was odd, but he said, you know, even females have testosterone. I'm like, that's okay, I guess, but I never, you know, last time it was just one little tiny pill I took every day, and now I'm on like handfuls of pills a day. So, okay, but you're the boss, sort of. So then I go back and he increases the testosterone. Now this is a series of months have gone by. I have gone from, because I had lost weight before I went to see him. I had worked very, very hard to lose weight. And I was down to 137. And so then I went to see him, and it's over a course of months, the weight was just packing on very, very quickly. And I was getting more frustrated. So then he did my blood work and said, your testosterone level is way too high. I said, I don't even understand why I'm on testosterone, but okay, yes, let's lower that. So he lowers the testosterone. He also lowers my estrogen. I'm confused. I'm really confused. Then I go back to see him, and I am now like a heartbeat away from 200 pounds at 4'11". And I say to him, I don't understand what's happening. He stopped the estrogen and said, let's increase the testosterone. And my go-to, no matter what the feeling is, if it's anger, frustration, sadness, even happy, if the emotion reaches a certain peak, it comes out in tears. It's my sign of I've reached the peak of this emotion, and the only way it can come out is tears. And so tearing up and saying, I don't understand. You told me this dose of testosterone was too high. So he opens my file for the first time and looks at it and says, oh yeah, well, you know, it was high, but it could be higher without being dangerous. And I said, I can't continue to gain this weight. I just can't continue to gain this weight. And he looked at my file and he said, oh yeah, you're right. Well, you were 137 when you first came here. And now I'm like 199, you know. And so I'm like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. And I shit you not, the doctor's response was to throw a pamphlet at me across the desk regarding testosterone and its uses. And he said, here, I can no longer work with you. Find somebody else. I can't deal with you anymore. I wasn't irate. I wasn't raising my voice. My tears were silent tears. You know, those ones that make most people feel empathetic. I just didn't understand why. I still don't understand why. Well, it's probably been about a year, and I'm still fighting it, and my family doctor and the new gastrointestinologist, I don't even know if I said that right, said that, you know, both have said that the testosterone may have left my system, but it quite possibly will have left lasting, there's a word there that I can't think of. Let's go with consequences. That's not the word I wanted to say. So, I've done a lot to work on eating much better, but even eating healthier, even eating smaller meals, has not put a dent in this. It's a little bit depressing, but anyway, that's where all this came from. And, you know, now my closet has clothes in just about every size, from small up to 2X, because I can't accept the fact that I'm not going to lose the weight and get down into some of those smaller sizes. I was in a medium when I first went to see the endocrinologist, and I was hoping to get down into the smalls, because I'm a small person. I'm a tiny person. And my 29-year-old is still wearing extra smalls. Like, we're just small people. So, anyway, that was the very long explanation of why I look like a hobbit. Anyway, I hope everybody's safe. Today is a crappy, yucky day, and I'm going to get whatever groceries I need and get my butt back home. And I wanted to get Jeffrey some nuggets because he deserved the treat. He's been a very good boy. Anyway, peace out. Talk to you as soon as I can muster it. Love and miss you.